Shalom and blessings, everyone. This is David from Truth Hunter Ministries. It's been a while since I made a video, and I felt convicted that I needed to share some information. So here I am, trying to be obedient. And this is over, should we be keeping Passover or should we be keeping Easter as believers in Messiah? And I believe the best place to find out this information is in the scriptures. You join with me in Leviticus 23. 19 and 20. Or no, I'm sorry. That's the wrong slide. Leviticus 23, verses 5 and 6. And the first new moon, on the 14th day of the new moon, between the evenings, is the Pesach to Yehovah. And on the 15th day of this new moon is the festival of Matzah to Yehovah. 7 days you eat unleavened bread. So right there in the whole Leviticus 23, the whole chapter speaks about his appointed times, his feast days, his holy days, his celebrations. And in nowhere does he say these are for the Jews. He tells us that they are his. And for those who connect themselves to him, they belong to him. And he's commanded us to keep the Pesach. And then I'm going to ask you to join me in Luke 22. Luke 22, 19 and 20. This is Yeshua talking to the disciples. And taking bread, giving thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." Likewise, the cup also, after supper, saying, "This cup is the renewed covenant in my blood, which is shed for you." This is him encouraging us that whenever we come together like this, in his name, that we're to partake of this because it is the new covenant. It is the blood of the new covenant being bestowed to us. And if you still don't think, I can understand, well, does that really mean, but I've always been told that was for the Jews and not for us today. And again, if you go with me to 1 Corinthians 5, six through 8, Paul, he tells us, he lets us know, your boasting is not good. Do you not know that a little leaven leavens the entire lump? Therefore cleanse out the old leaven, so that you are a new lump, as you are unleavened. For also Messiah, our Pesach, was slaughtered for us. So then let us celebrate the festival, not with old leaven, nor with leaven of evil and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. This is Paul, well after the death, burial, and resurrection of our Messiah, saying that we should definitely keep this festival and do it in truth. Get the leaven out. Get it out of your house and get it out of your life. Get the sin out of your life, far from you, and keep it in sincerity and truth. And he is speaking of the Passover. And if you still not convinced that, Passover is a command and that it's okay to do Easter instead, I'm going to ask you to do a quick research. Just research where the celebrations of Easter comes from, where the dyed eggs and the bunny rabbit comes from. And then I want you to join me in Deuteronomy chapter 12. 30 through 32. He tells us, guard yourself that you are not ensnared to follow them after they are destroyed from before you, and that you do not inquire about their mighty ones. That's their gods. Saying, how did these nations serve their mighty ones? And let me do so too. Do not do so to Jehovah your Elohim, that's the Lord your God. For every abomination which Yah hates, they have done to their mighty ones. For they burn their sons and daughters in the fire to their mighty ones. All the words I am commanding you, guard to do it. Do not add to it, nor take away from it. All right. And if you just take the time to look into Easter and where it comes from, these words should be ringing in your head as you're learning about Easter, Ishtar. And these are commands, people. These are commands. And he loves us, and everything he commanded us is for our own good. Okay? And I'd like to share one more scripture just in case you still have that voice in the back of your head screaming, well, that was for them, not for us. Go to Numbers 15, please. 15:15. There, one law is for you of the assembly and for the stranger who sojourns with you, a law forever throughout your generations. As you are, so is the stranger before Jehovah. The Torah and one right ruling is for you and for the stranger who sojourns with you. Whoever connects themselves to the Father has one law, one set of instructions to follow, and that is the Torah. We do not get to mix in the holy and the profane, just holiness. We're to be a holy nation because he is holy, set apart, unlike the world. Come out of her, my people, is what he begs us to do. And that is what I felt the need to share today. And I pray that this might give you some clarity if you're trying to decide if you want to try Passover. I highly encourage you to, and to move away from the pagan origins of Easter and the abominations that was committed during the times that was in full-fledged. And I just pray it blesses you. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I ain't nobody's teacher. I'm nobody's preacher. I get feelings to share information that I have seen in the scriptures, and I try to be obedient. So here I am doing so. And I do ask that you lift the ministry up in prayer as we go into the near future. May the way be set before us that we shall walk to please and honor the Most High, Jehovah, and his Son, Yeshua Messiah. So until next time, many blessings, everyone.